So guys, unlike Game of Thrones series where dragons were extremely rare characters, so the comparison of their size and strength was nearly impossible, but Game of Thrones prequel series House of the Dragon contains several of the Targaryen beasts. In these dragons, Vhagar is arguably the scariest dragon in House of the Dragon, but she is not the only one who can cause a lot of destruction and beat other dragons in the battle. After the peacetime era of King Jaehaerys I and his successor Viserys I, we very quickly get into the world of battling dragons. This era of fighting Targaryens and the dragons get called Dance of the Dragons, where the death of incredible creatures like Vhagar and Vermithor comes as a result of fighting greens and blacks. In House of the Dragon universe, Vermithor is one of the oldest and biggest dragons in House of the Dragon, and in terms of size he was only behind Balerion and Vhagar. Initially Vermithor was claimed by Jaehaerys Targaryen, who would later become king following the death of Maegor I under strange circumstances. On the other hand, Vhagar is the biggest of the living dragons, and he is the second largest of all dragons featured in the show, but that does not mean Vermithor is somehow weaker. Vhagar has seen more battles than Vermithor by the events of Season 2, which technically gives her an edge during the battle, and she is roughly 30% bigger than Vermithor, which shows how impressive the dragon is. In a scenario where both would be in their prime around the same age, Vhagar relatively would beat Vermithor easily. However, when considering the different ages, Vhagar would struggle against Vermithor. Visenya Targaryen's dragon is 180 years old during the events of House of the Dragon, with Vermithor having the age of 100 years, which is almost 80 years younger. A 180 years old Vhagar should be significantly slower and less resistant than a 100-year-old Vermithor. When it comes to their track record in battle, both Vhagar and Vermithor display impressive stats. As an older dragon who has been in Westeros since the conquest, Vhagar has seen more battles, including against other dragons. By the time Vermithor joins the Dance of the Dragons, Vhagar has already killed Luke Velaryon, Rhaenys Targaryen, and their respective dragons in battle. Vermithor joins the war during the battle in the Gullet, where he helps secure the victory for the Blacks alongside 3 other dragons, and Vermithor also participates in the first and second battles of Tumbleton. With all of these elements considered, Vhagar would still probably beat Vermithor during the Dance of the Dragons, even though the former was no longer in her prime. In the end, it would probably come down to how smart their riders were, though assuming this would be a battle between dragon riders and not just the beast themselves. In a hypothetical encounter between Aemond and Hugh Hammer, the Targaryen prince would have more experience riding such a large dragon. It would not be an easy fight though, and the winner would surely be left heavily injured. During this time, Vermithor is without any dragon rider, so many potential dragon seeds attempt to bond with the dragon, yet Vermithor refuses or burns all of them until he finally chooses the bastard son of a blacksmith, Hugh Hammer. House of the Dragons, as Hugh Hammer, who is of Valyrian descent, claims Vermithor, and joins the Dance of the Dragons on Rhaenyra's side. He fights for the Blacks in the Battle of the Gullet before betraying Rhaenyra, in favor of Aegon at the First Battle of Tumbleton, then he later attempts to claim the throne himself. In the Second Battle of Tumbleton, toward the end of the Targaryen civil war, Hugh is killed before he can reach his dragon. Shortly after, Vermithor is again riderless, engages in battle with 2 dragons, Seasmoke and Tessarion, and is killed. So guys, that's it for today. If you feel this video gives you content, please like and share this video. And before going, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys, we will see you soon.